Before we get into our opinions about the movies, who would win, Brightburn at full end of the movie, or Aladdin with the genie and for all three wishes?
I wish Brightburn had no superpowers.
Yeah, but can he say that before Brightburn like lasers his eyes off or something?
Probably.
Probably.
Brightburn doesn't know what a lamp does.
Brightburn's pretty fast.
So like, oh, it's a regular guy
But like,
with
let's
a lamp.
assume that they like saw each other and wanted to fight.
Well, it's not fair. One of them's a superhuman. One of them's a dude with a lamp.
But would the Will Smith genie be like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna intervene.
No.
I don't know. He really fudged that second wish for him.
Yeah, you can't unwish a body being snapped in half.
Well, can you though?
No.
So we saw Aladdin and Brightburn. These are two movies that we have been anticipating.
Oh, well, one you've been anticipating.
What do you want to talk about first?
Well, we saw the Brightburn first. We should probably talk about that one first.
Okay, what are your expectations going into Brightburn?
I thought it was just gonna be okay.
Okay, me too. What'd you think?
It was great, actually. It was really good.
I think it was great. I think it was not great.
I thought it was pretty good.
It's pretty solid in my opinion.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good movie.
I think it is a great premise, and I would have liked to see more from that premise.
I agree. There was too much sitting around and talking
Mm-hmm.
for a movie where Superman should have been evil.
Well, I liked the talking bits because it really did.
Oh, it set up the character really well, but I would have liked the movie to be longer.
But on top of that, what I was going to say is that it is starting to dive into that question of like, what if Superman-esque character were like evil or whatever?
Yeah.
So I like how the movie actually did explore that kind of topic.
Yeah, I felt like it just didn't explore it enough.
It was more so a commentary on like bullying, because bullying is all about a kid wanting power, hence why school shootings happen. So this is like an allegory for that, more or less.
Weird, but okay.
Bullying is all about like having no power.
Yes.
And you get angry. But he's literally the most powerful thing ever. So he just starts murdering everybody.
It had a really interesting concept that it did good with, but not great. When he got to full power at the end, it was like 10 minutes of full power. And then they showed like clips of him at the end of the movie in the news. Like,
You want that movie?
I want more.
You
Yeah.
want the sequel to this instead of this?
I don't like. This could have been shortened down in the first half of the movie, and then the second half of the movie could have been that, and it would have been awesome and crazy. Because this is, haha, what if Superman was evil, but only at the end. I won't say that about the movie if I don't like it. I like the movie. I want it to be longer. I want more.
Switching gears to Aladdin, because I'm going to get out of 10 scores later. Switching gears to Aladdin, what were your expectations going in?
I thought it was gonna be fine.
Yeah, me too. Kind of got that.
I was actually disappointed a little
I was
bit.
a little disappointed.
It was actually worse than I thought it would be, which is really saying something.
I feel like the problems with Aladdin are that everything in Aladdin I've either seen in Aladdin
Yep.
or a very similar Disney blockbuster to this. And I feel like there's nothing like
New. There's nothing new to this movie.
nothing in this movie that I haven't seen other
Yep.
movies before. And not even like most other movies. I mean just Aladdin the animated and like
Other Disney movies.
Other Disney
This
movies.
is just Disney.
I don't think like even Will Smith's performance,
He's just playing Will Smith again.
he's playing Will Smith and he's saying the like almost verbatim the same lines that the Robin Williams genie did.
I think he did a good job.
I don't even know if they wrote new dialogue.
They did. There was some new dialogue there. But
Maybe like one or two jokes, but even then they reused a lot of jokes, like the stuck in the itty bitty space, cosmic power.
yeah, but there were definitely new lines. I've seen Aladdin relatively recently.
I kept watching it, and as soon as like the first like third of this movie, where they're
Blows.
just walking around the thing and it's
Absolute
just-
garbage.
everything before the genie came on screen, I wanted to like walk out almost. Not because it was like offensively bad, but I was just bored.
Yep.
Like nothing engaging happened.
Were any of the actors any memorable besides Will Smith?
I'd say the lead is memorable, not for a good reason.
Yeah, he kind of blows.
It
We'll
was
talk
very
about that.
bland.
He's so unlikable. Like, I understand the character of Aladdin's not supposed to be like super likable, but this guy did not make him any more likable.
Well, his character kept shifting, and I think the movie tried to play it off like they had arcs, and I didn't buy that.
I
at
thought he
all.
was too in Aladdin the animated movie. He's not as like bitter and whiny.
If you look at the first like third of the movie, his character is humble. Then the last third, he's very humble after Jafar goes away or whatever.
Yeah.
And not to spoil it, but it's just a beat for beat telling of Aladdin the movie. So it's not like we're spoiling anything if you've seen Aladdin the animated movie.
If you haven't seen Aladdin, watch Aladdin.
I don't know why you wouldn't have seen Aladdin, but
30-something years, 20-something years old.
like if you look at the first third of the movie with Aladdin's character, he's humble. Same after Jafar goes away. But in the middle of the movie, he's getting more pretentious and arrogant because he's succumbing to the prince thing, I think is what they were going for.
Yes.
I didn't get that. I only saw it as a weird out of character shift for him.
I saw it, still didn't like it.
I don't buy that was written enough where it's anything other than out of character.
Yeah.
So I think that the writing is poor, and the writing that's good is just writing from Aladdin the animated movie. That's just recycled.
I think the worst parts of this movie. Okay, there are two songs in this movie that actually work, and it's "Friend Like Me" and "Prince Ali," because the genie can make magic shit happen, and it's like a fucking parade. Every other song in the movie does not work. Does not translate well to live action. When Jasmine starts singing, "I won't be shut in," fucking damn it. She has a nice voice, but like the weird time stop, reback shit. No.
We got to keep in mind too. This movie is definitely not for us.
The movie's not for me.
Like if I were 3 years old, this would be Litty Titty. This would be the hot new thing. It's called Switch.
Yeah, but I'm 3. Like 3-year-olds don't know what's good.
I'm
3-year-olds are fucking stupid.
I'm generalizing. Like literally like 12 or under. Like this is your jam.
I mean, kids are stupid.
Yeah, but this is a movie made for families.
Yes.
Not a family I'm part of.
Well, and also people who like the first Aladdin, which, by the way, first Aladdin's like a 9.
It's just taking from that.
Yeah. It's Disney money grab. This is what I feel like The Lion King is going to be. This is what I feel like all of them are going to be. This is the future of Disney movies.
Also, another problem I had with Aladdin, the new one, is that it's really hard to judge it as its own movie because it's just beat for beat Aladdin.
It's just Aladdin.
So I'm going to keep saying this, but if you look at Aladdin, the animated movie, it's animated. It's a literal cartoon.
Yes.
So it does not beg as many questions as this one does.
That's true.
Like
only one can enter. Him and the monkey enter. That's 2.
Yep. The monkey touched something, so therefore it crumbles.
But they've been touching things in there the whole time.
The whole time.
Aladdin kicked that off.
Yep. He put his hand on several jewels.
Yeah. To climb.
Yeah.
It's just
he interacted with the magic carpet for like a full minute.
Animated movies having a little bit of a consistency thing are more forgiving. I don't know why. Less of that 3D element goes into it, and you're like, okay. And you kind of lose some stuff.
I also really didn't enjoy, and I didn't think that this would be any different than it was in the movie, but I really did not enjoy how every fucking character was perfectly clean, perfectly immaculate, makeup done to perfection, hair is all done. Not even just the royal characters, because that would make sense. It's everyone. Aladdin as a street rat looked like...
Oh, yeah, he looked
more clean than I did, and I just showered.
Yep.
Like, they're supposed to be in... Not Ababwa, that's the fiction
Agrabah.
one. Agrabah. They're supposed to be in Agrabah in pre-Christ times, right?
Yeah, they should probably be dirtier.
I don't understand any of this.
I don't like a lot of the modern references, too. Aladdin started to break that. That's stupid.
No, because that's the same problem in the Aladdin original, because the genie knows what modern references. One could say the genie knows modern references because he's magic.
Yes.
So that's all explained away.
That's fair. One of them did say something that was very modern. I don't remember what it was.
It was Jafar.
Jafar said something really modern.
Statesman. He
said
he would be a statesman.
That is a terrible... That's like cowboy times. Because the breakdancing looks silly, whatever, but genie, magic, that's fine.
Robin Williams did like an Elvis impression. Shit like that.
So
like
that's excusable. Yeah. Jafar going statesman, Jafar wouldn't know that. Jafar has not interacted with the genie up to that point.
Now... I don't know about you, but I did not hate the Will Smith effects.
Some of them were a little bit weird, but...
I agree.
Overall, Will Smith was the best part of the movie.
Easily. As soon as he rubbed that fucking lamp and Will Smith showed up,
that movie catapulted up.
Honestly, he saved it for me. I was like, I was nut yeet bored in that.
I was... At the beginning, the first 30 minutes of the movie before Will Smith shows up, I'm like, this is a 2. Mm-hmm. And granted, I'm not going to give it a 10 because of Will Smith.
No, 10? Are you kidding me? So I got to point out, I was walking out of this movie going to give it like a 4 or a 5. Then, Friend Like Me, the DJ Khaled Will Smith remix played over the credits. And literally I sat back down in a new seat as everyone else is getting up because to me it brought back all the classic like Men in Black 1 and 2, Wild Wild West. Will Smith does the rap about the movie after the movie. I've missed that for like 20 years.
I also missed that.
We haven't gotten that. It's been so long and we finally fucking get it. Now, granted, it's for a movie that's not that great initially, but who cares? Wild Wild West is a disaster of a movie.
It's not that good, no.
Not that good.
Wait, shut up. There is some parts that I like.
Point is, that was just such a treat for me. I have to be a little bit biased and give it a higher score than I would have had that song not played over the credits.
So
I'm so happy.
We've only talked shit. I really like the world. It was really beautiful. The movie's visually beautiful.
I think the movie was a little bit too visually beautiful for Agrabah.
Okay.
I think when Aladdin's like, look at how beautiful the city is, and he looks over and it's like this
New York
gorgeous
City,
basically ancient New York palace with
Yeah.
colors everywhere and vibrancies, and again, actors who are just perfectly showered all the time, always in perfect clothes. Even the peasants had like perfect clothes. And again, if it's animated, it doesn't beg those questions nearly as much.
Well, also because it was animated
Mhm.
differently, you could tell the difference between the royalty and the peasants. as
Right,
opposed to
but
now.
animation inherently has less detail than
Yes.
real life. So like Aladdin's shirt, like in this one he has like a red sleeveless hoodie, and it feels like he just bought it at like a flea market or something, like today, not back then. But in animation, it's just like this one color, like one solid color, because that's what animation. It's easier
Yeah.
to animate. That way.
He does have the vest and then the shirt underneath, but it's less. It doesn't look like a hoodie.
It's stuff like that that you really wouldn't notice in the original Aladdin.
Yeah. A lot of things were played up for cinematic effect,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't hate that. I actually kind of liked some of it, but they're very overshadowed by how bland and boring and out of place some things feel.
I agree.
Every musical number except two. I was just like, I feel like I'm watching a play. Like
I
when
feel like that, yeah.
when he walks back into his home and goes, "Man, if only they could see," and I'm like, "Why are you singing to yourself? That's no one does that.
There's no one around.
No
I don't
one.
even think
Like,
the monkey
what
was
is he
around.
singing to? Abu? Second best part of the movie, by the way. It's a monkey.
Fair, I'll give you that.
Okay, but how good was Abu?
Abu was
Abu
pretty
did everything in the movie.
Fair.
Abu's better than Aladdin. He stole the lamp back from Jafar. He did everything Aladdin could do, but also is a monkey.
There's a sequence where he gets banished and then the magic carpet gets teleported back so that he can fly all the way back to Agrabah.
From the ends of the earth.
Ends of the earth. That was like
Took 2 minutes.
60 seconds. He
Yep.
zips from the end of the earth, which would like kill a man. But aside from that, there's this weird flying chase sequence between like Parrot that turns into like a pterodactyl and the rest of them with the lamp.
Yeah.
And there's like a bit where like Abu's flying through the air and he does like a slow-mo twirl with the lamp and like catches the lamp and then
Yep.
Aladdin catches.
Very
I'm watching
cinematic.
This bullshit and I'm like, fuck, this is so stupid. I can't even stand it. I had to like look away from the screen for a moment. Like,
See,
I had to de-invest myself from everything that was happening.
I got taken out of it by a lot of stuff like that. In the animated movie, when stupid shit happens, it's like, oh, that's neat. In a live action movie, when stupid shit happens, you're like, that's fucking impossible. Shut the fuck up.
It's reminding me of when we watched Speed Racer with Mud. A lot of stuff that does work in the Speed Racer cartoon,
It doesn't work in the movie.
it's not.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, they didn't even adapt it. They just kind of translated the show, but added like some hyper stylized elements. And this one, they just beat for beat did Aladdin.
Yeah.
I would not even be shocked if they just took the storyboards from the animated Aladdin and shot them
Just
on
do
screen,
this.
like Zack Snyder with Watchmen or some shit. Back to Brightburn though. Overall, I really did enjoy
Oh, yeah.
how they did explore this world.
Yes.
And the whole point of mixing these reviews together is that Brightburn is itself like a parody of the Superman character, and it
Yep.
feels so much more original than Aladdin. Now,
Which is not a parody. It's literally just a live action remake.
I think that's what it comes down to. I feel
I feel like Brightburn was more passionate.
I watched Aladdin, and 10 minutes in, I felt like I saw the whole movie.
Well, that's because we've seen Aladdin before.
I've seen the animated movie, and I've seen movies like this, like blockbusters, but I watched Brightburn, and I'm not going to say it's the most original movie ever made, but
But at least it has elements.
it was something new and something I hadn't seen in the superhero genre before. Like, wow, what a like the only thing I can think of that's similar to Brightburn is like
the trailer for New Mutants.
the trailer for New Mutants and Injustice the video game. That's it.
Yeah.
Those are the only similar things I can think of to Brightburn.
Yeah, that's really sad to think about.
And then Aladdin, first of all, it's similar to every other live action blockbuster Disney remake they've made.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally Aladdin the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't what did they change?
Will Smith's the genie.
Aside from the cast
There are some plot points that are a little bit different. Now, the first third of Aladdin before the genie shows up doesn't suck. There's less walking and talking about nothing.
No, there's a lot of that in the original, but it's good.
Yeah.
But what's the difference? Exactly.
Oh, you know what? I have another negative. At the end, when Jafar turns into a genie, he looks fucking awful.
It's the same Will Smith genie effects, but just red this time. It's something you have to adjust your eyes to. Like, what's an example? Deadpool in the first Deadpool looked a little choppy sometimes. You have to kind of just like shut
my brain off.
Yeah, shut the effects part of you off. Because if you look at an effect and don't believe it immediately, right at the beginning of the movie, and you know it's gonna be that throughout the whole movie, you kind of have to turn your head off to enjoy it. Otherwise, you're gonna sit there for 2 hours and go, "Wow, this is awful."
I didn't think Will Smith in the trailer. He looked bad because it wasn't finished. I think in the movie, for the most part, there were a few things where I was like, that's a little weird. But I liked some of the genie effects. Like when he twirled around and like the lightning came out of like a blue tornado. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, the smoky kind of blue
The smoky
stuff,
effects are cool.
those work to the benefit
Yeah.
because they're harder to pick out what's weird about it.
Yes.
Whereas, like, if Will Smith's face is just a little bit too small to fit on, like, the genie
Giant
body.
genie. Yes, there
And
was.
If
there
like
was
the
a
muscles are
scene.
too
Yep.
large to proportionally fit with his neck was like a pit bull's neck comparatively
Yes,
to his
I
head.
saw.
That
Yep.
was weird. Like, it's stuff like that where like the proportions are just a little bit off, and you
Yeah.
don't really know what's wrong, but you know something's wrong.
Yes. No, I agree.
So
That does happen.
you
And
just kind of have to like close your eyes and pretend it's a cartoon because it kind of is. But at that point, you might as well just watch Aladdin, which is the moral
honestly,
of that story.
I think the moral of this story is you should just watch Aladdin.
Yep.
Hot take. Not excited for Lion King at all. It's gonna be the same shit. It's gonna be Lion King but live. Scar's not even gonna look like Scar. The hyenas, the songs are gonna be out of place. It's gonna be a train wreck.
It's not gonna be a train. It's gonna make $1 billion fucking dollars.
Yeah, of course it's gonna make $1 billion. But you're part of the problem. That's what it boils down to. This is a problem. This is lazy.
So Brightburn out of 10. What are you feeling?
Like a 7.
I'm also feeling a 7 for Brightburn. I think it was handled really delicately, and
I would definitely watch it again. I'm not gonna say it's great, but it's definitely good.
I got exactly what I wanted out of Brightburn. Nothing really more. You know, I felt like there's something like missing from it that I kind of like. I wanted to see
You wanted more movie.
more, I guess, but like more from that character.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas Aladdin, I wanted to see roughly half of this movie less.
Honestly, if this movie was just about Genie, I would have been happier.
Honestly, do you think they put the genie scenes at the beginning and end just to make it more genie? Because you didn't get to. If Will Smith wasn't on that boat at the beginning, you wouldn't have seen the genie for like 30 minutes or 40
I didn't even
minutes.
like the opening scene.
Oh, it was bad, but you got to see Will Smith, I guess.
Yeah, I like Will Smith, but I didn't like that opening scene.
Will Smith and his fake ass small beard, which is like applied to his face.
His fake beard and bad accent. I want to praise the movie about something, but it's really hard when only Will Smith, the monkey, and some of the visuals were good.
Yeah, I want to talk more about like the visuals, but like
they even muddled the plot of Aladdin by making this movie live action at all.
yeah, when like making the monkey flip around through the air and catch the lamp and all that shit. I kept thinking this is something that Guy Ritchie likes to do. It's more so in the Sherlock Holmes movies.
Yep.
There, it's appropriate and works.
Mm-hmm.
And here I feel like it's just there to make things go, haha, oops, we're flying. Oh, I almost caught the lantern.
It's cinematic. That's all. Adding cinematic things just for the sake of cinematic. This is a tie-in. Goonies. You know the scene where they go down the slide?
Mm-hmm.
And they all come out of the thing and just plop right down into the big waterfall at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's cinematic because it's a good shot. It's a good part of the movie. Isn't just added in to be cinematic. It's part of it. It's good. Flipping through the air, monkey limp, fuck it. That doesn't need to be there. The movie doesn't add anything from that. It doesn't go anywhere from that, and it doesn't benefit from that. It's just there.
So how are we feeling out of 10?
4.
Yeah, I gotta give it probably a 5. And one entire point of that is just the end song with Will Smith. Thank you so much. I have the fucking on my playlist now. I'm just gonna listen to like DJ Khaled, Fred Like Me remix.
It's pretty sad because I think the original Aladdin, like I mentioned earlier, is a 9, and this is way worse.
I'm trying to think like a part that I like I would want to rewatch.
I like the Prince Ali bit.
Honestly, Prince Ali bit wasn't bad, but that's already on YouTube. So you could just watch it anyway.
I know, they released it early.
It's almost like they were like, this is our best scene. Let's put it on YouTube to get people excited about the movie.
Yep.
And they released it so people get excited.
I like the monkey.
he wishes that he's a prince, and then the genie makes him a big, like, look how big my dick is song. That's so fucking funny.
That was why I like the scene, because that wasn't for Prince Ali, that was for Genie.
It was, because, like, I want to be a prince. He didn't wish I want to be a prince and also help me seduce this princess by having this, and that. That's all the genie's idea. To, like,
Genie is
shepherd
a dick
him into
measuring,
the...
yeah.
Yeah, like, fuck, that's funny. So that's pretty good. So it's not, like, the worst movie of all time or anything like that.
No, it just was
But...
a very muddled down, shitty version of a beloved classic.
Of the two, easily I'd rather watch Brightburn.
Oh my god, yeah.
Of Aladdin and Brightburn, I'd rather watch Aladdin the Animated.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna pose this question. You've seen all of the Disney live action movies barring Dumbo. Which one's the best one?
I've seen most of them, yeah.
You've seen Beauty and the Beast, you've seen Aladdin, and you've seen Jungle Book.
Yep. Of those three, either Beauty or Jungle, I'm leaning more towards Jungle Book because at the end of the day, I really enjoyed most of the movie.
Yep.
Whereas this movie's bland. And then Beauty and the Beast, I have a same kind of criticism with it as the original, but more so in the remake. And that's more of a different topic for a different day. If we ever do a Disney live action remake episode, maybe we'll talk about it.
That's fair. I think the moral of this is you should probably see John Wick 3.
Oh, absolutely.